Hi everybody, and welcome to my November update. It is December 1st, and that also means it's the first day of Vlogmas or Flossmas, whichever. I am going to be participating, and this is going to be kind of a separate video from that, just to recap what I did in November. I don't honestly, I didn't do a ton of stitching in November, but I did do, I did a bit. So we're gonna start with my finishes for November. The first one, I think I finished just the first couple of days in November. I'm not sure that I showed this or not. I can't remember, but it is stretched and it's pretty much ready for framing. It does need a little bit of a adjusted in some places, but this is Jack's stamp collection from the Black Needle Society. I stitched this on a piece of linen from Under the Sea Fabrics, and it was a 28 count, and the plan originally was in October to start this and stitch a stamp a day, but I got very behind. October's a very busy work month, so I didn't do that, but I did get it done, and I'm very, very pleased with this. It's so cute. It's got all kinds of fun little stamp motifs. So that's done, and I'm going to be framing it in a very simple white frame. We have a custom needlework and framing shop, our needlework and custom frame shop. We have a website that we're working on that should be live soon, so I'll be able to link things for y'all once that's done, but this is the first finish, and I'm, again, super pleased with that. The second finish, I did talk about this. This was in my plans because I was going to be working on Christmas projects, but I did not expect to finish it the way that I did. So, this piece, we go to Branson every November, the week before Thanksgiving, which was, we got back this past Tuesday, but I brought several projects, and they were all Christmas projects, and this is the one that I chose to focus on. Actually, Cody picked it, but this is Christmas in Blue by Joan Elliott, and when you saw it last, I might have a little clip I can put in, I'm not for sure, but this is done, and I have not, I'm the first person that I've seen stitching this anywhere on Instagram, YouTube, any of that. But when I started, I had stitched the DMC up to about here, and I hadn't done any of the back stitching, no beading, nothing like that. And so I knocked out the rest of that, so a little over half of the DMC and the borders. This is stretched. It is a little bit crooked. I'm gonna have to, the borders are a little wonky, but we're gonna have to fix that. But anyway, I have the frame and the matting picked out for this already, and I cannot wait to show you guys what that looks like. But up close, this calls for gold beads, only gold beads, not pearl beads, but I did add pearl beads in all of the places that a white stitch typically would be. So pearl beads in the snowflakes, all in the borders. These were just supposed to be gold stitches, but I made the beads instead. That's all the same. White beads here. White beads in the tree. These were just supposed to be white stitches. I made them pearl beads, beads everywhere. Just, oh, this is so pretty. And there are ornaments that go in this series as well. And there's another stitch piece, I can't remember what it is, but again, this is Christmas in Blue by Joan Elliott. This is gorgeous, and we started making jokes. So these are supposed to be sheep, but I stitched one of them, and I was like, that doesn't look like a sheep. What does that look like? And they look like capybaras. So these are my capybaras, not sheep. They're capybara shepherds. But this, I'm very, very proud of this piece. This is probably going to be put in the fair next year, but it was very unexpected that I finished it, but I was just on a roll and I knocked it out. So I'm very, very excited to have this done. One more time. Just so pretty. Oh my gosh. I wish y'all could just see. You can kind of see the beads from this end. There's so many beads. There are so many beads. This is beautiful. This is my first Joan Elliott. I've never stitched a Joan Elliott until now, and I love Joan Elliott. And again, this is the piece, Christmas in Blue. So pretty. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And then I do have one other whip that I worked on. Let me go grab it once I'm back. So this next piece, again, I wasn't super expecting to be working on this, but this is Spirit of Evergreen. It says Spirit of Mistletoe on TikTok, but it's Spirit of Evergreen. I've already stitched Mistletoe. You can't really see her, but she's on top of my, right there, of my tier tray. But this is Spirit of Evergreen. Last time you saw her, I had almost all of the green panel in the middle of her dress done. Her hair was finished. Most of the stitching in her face was done. I just had like 2 random stitches to put in. But that's pretty much it. I had a little bit of other green done in her dress. But this is where she is as of last night on the 31st or 30th. I finished all of the DMC stitching pretty much. Her face is totally stitched except for there's some Krennic stitches for her eyes. There's back stitching in her hair, in the front of her dress, but everything else is gonna be Krennic. So look, I mean, her dress, it's totally filled in. Such a random green stitch, but it's totally filled in except for, well, actually, no, it's totally filled in. There's beads in this as well. Beads go here, in the middle, in her sleeves. There's lots of beads as well. And then I do have to stitch on other colors. There's white perforated paper and silver, I believe. Silver or gold. And there's a cardinal and her wings. And something else. They get stitched separately and then glued. So, those are not stitched yet. But she is well on her way. And as far as plans go, probably what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to, like I said, I'm participating in Vlogmas. And the first Vlogmas video I'm going to be filming throughout the day. And I'm so glad that it's a weekend day, Sunday, for the first day, because it'll be a good filming day. During the week, I don't typically get as much done, but Cody and I each have 2 advent calendars. One of them is identical, and then the other one, his is like more up his alley, and mine is up mine. And then we also have a shared advent calendar that we're going to do together. He does not know about his advent calendars other than the one that we have that's identical, which is the David's tea calendar, the Christmas tea calendar. We didn't do last year I did 2 David's tea calendars. This year we only did 1 because one of the 2 was kind of a letdown. And then I have the Caterpillar cross stitch advent. This is my first time doing that. Normally I do a Disney mini skein, like yarn advent, but I have so much yarn. You can't even, you can't see it all. It's tucked away. But I have so much yarn. I was like, I don't need to do that again. I don't even know how to knit much of anything. I really want to do socks, but that's beside the point. Anyway, so, but along with my advent calendars, I have an advent cross stitch piece, which is very teeny. Plus, the Jack stamp collection, that was new this year. But last year, they did Santa's stamp collection, and it came in one of their Christmas boxes. And so I got that, and I would like to do a stamp a day for that too, starting today. And I have to pick out fabric and stuff for that. So I want to stitch those this month. I need to get caught up on my Arctic Animal series. I'm not caught up on that. I think I'm 2 months behind on that. But other than that, the Christmas projects that I showed you in my last video are gonna probably get pulled out. I have a stocking, I have my mistletoe, I have some little sled ornaments I'd like to stitch. Shannon Christine, her new monthly Christmas series has come out. Plus, I didn't do last year's, and I have all of those. And then I also want to stitch, and I have the first 2 charts, her Gingerbread Express charts, because her new ornament, or her new Christmas series, is a gingerbread village. So I thought it would be a good time. I could just do them all together and have them done for my craft room next year. But I have the first 2 of those. This is kind of going into haul. I got a couple more of the pastel ornament collection from Country Cottage Needleworks. I'm only missing the most recent one now, and we're ordering that. And then I also got my Lady Dot Creates finishing pack, which I have an invoice waiting I have to pay, which I'm going to do. And then I have my diamond painting. There's just a lot of things happening that I'd really like to work on. But that's kind of just, we're gonna see. Flossmas is my focus. I'm not gonna stress myself out. Like, if I'm not enjoying stitching on something, then I'm not gonna make myself. But I really would like to do the Santa stamp collection, and the other Advent piece, and that one's a tiny little ornament. Several people did them. Jamie from, I can't remember her channel name. She's on FlossTube, and I will link her below. But she did it last year, and so did Johnny. Anyway, I'm gonna get it right. I'm sorry, you guys. If you guys come and watch this and I've said your name wrong, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm just drawing a blank and I didn't take notes. But yeah, so Flossmas is gonna be a lot of fun, and I've told you about my plans, sorta. I don't have super defined plans, but I have ideas. And then also, as far as reading, I don't have I met my Goodreads goal, and I have read some books. So let me see. I think last time, I don't know that I've finished a book since last time other than audiobooks. I've finished some cozy mystery audios. Well, work it down. But, nothing that's like jumping to my head like, oh my god, that was so good. Highly recommend the Beacon Bake Shop mysteries on Audible. I enjoy those very much. Very much. They're very good. There's a new James Patterson book, the newest Women's Murder Club. I'm listening to that. Physically, I'm reading Glass Sword, which is the sequel to Red Queen, which I read and talked about in my last video. It was super good. And I don't know. I'm just kind of floating through. This is not the most detailed update, and I really apologize for that. But I just have so much on my brain. I don't know. Like, there's so much on my brain. So it's not the most detailed update. I'm antsy to go and stitch and get stuff ready for Flossmas and film my intro for that. But I wanted to make sure I did at least something for a November update so you guys could see my finishes. But I'm really hoping December is just so much more productive. And I feel like November was pretty darn productive. I mean, I have 2 finishes in progress. I mean, I'm content. But anyway, if you are doing Flossmas, or if you know of somebody who's doing Flossmas for this year that I maybe don't know about, please let me know in the comments. I'm really excited for Flossmas. I know of 3 people that are doing it, and in my Flossmas video, I will try to link the people so that everybody else can watch as well. But I'm very excited. So I'm going to go and I'm going to see you guys again. If you don't watch my Flossmas videos, I'll see you at the end of December. But I hope you join me for Flossmas. I'm really hoping to make it a fun, like, cozy time. We'll see. But yeah, but anyway, I hope you guys had a great November. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me for a few minutes, not very long, about 20 minutes probably when it's all said and done. But I hope you guys have a wonderful December, a wonderful Christmas if I don't see you for Flossmas, and we'll talk soon.